Hello and welcome to Bona Retsang, South Africa's only youth news magazine show. That is right. This show is a platform for you guys to voice your opinion on anything that may be happening in and around your community.
That is right, Zagatag, but we want to hear from you, so all you need to do is like our Facebook page, or you can holler at us at Tweetville at Bona Retsang. If you want more information on the show and the cool presenters, make sure that you check out our awesome website.
Well, as you guys know by now, we always have an awesome informative show lined up for you, so not wasting any more time, let's see what you guys can expect today. First up, we hear the youth's views on Youth Day.
We then check out your CCJ clips on B Media Wise.
On Stramto, we explore Satanism.
We then hook you up with the special Father's Day feature. Now that you guys have the lowdown on what we have in store for you guys today, let's get straight into the big buzz story. Gino, our BR reporter, finds out from the youth of Mzansi what Youth Day means to them.
Sunday marks one of the most celebrated public holidays on the South African calendar, June 16th. A day which marks the Soweto uprisings of 37 years ago, when a group of high school pupils protested against Bantu education, a lower standard of education than that received by their white counterparts. With a number of student lives lost during the fight against apartheid and its injustices, the struggle for the Mzansi youth of today seems to be a different one.
I'd say the new struggle for the South African youth is being given a chance to be something.
We still need abantu that can push engineering, we still need abantu that can push izinto to develop the country so that it can be further developed, and Tina so push sibe developed as a country.
I think another struggle is the fact that the youth have dreams, but most of them don't go out chasing after their dream. They want to be given things on a silver platter, and everything comes with hard work.
With the new focus being on economic freedom and not so much on racial equality, the youth of today should look back and learn from those who came before. Were they with us today? Would they be happy with the way we celebrate this special day?
Abantwana bamanje June 16 abayenzi ngendlela eright ngoba aba respect abantu basifela naba struggle for June 16.
Kimi si celebrate ngendlela elungile, like basically because some other people like abayi celebrating ngendlela esi celebrate ngaso, because sina sine opportunity ukuthi like isithole ama march and so on, sihlangane nabanye abantu si celebrate, and then sibone nezinye indawo lezi ezathatha indawo like ngasikhathi lesibe ku June 16.
There's this thing Latin asibuya khona ekhasi yabo, where there's celebration of June 16, but I don't think it's done in the correct way, because it's just about wearing your school uniform and showing your comradeship, going out, and that very often ends in people being drunk in school uniform, which I don't think is what education had in mind. So I think commemorating June 16, what we need to do is we need to push on more campaigns of education. And letting the youth know exactly what it's about, and letting the youth know of today's struggles, because I believe that we've moved from the struggle of political divide and racial divide, and now we're in a struggle of the economy.
Consider former President Nelson Mandela. As the world prays for a speedy recovery, reflect on what he has taught you and use that to celebrate June 16th in a respectable but fun way.
Happy Youth Day, South Africa!
Next on the lineup is World What's Up, and we travel all the way to Turkey to find out more about the recent violent protests.
South Africans are notorious for their violent protests. Whenever we are not happy about something, we raid the streets, trashing bins, blocking roads, burning tires, and screaming our lungs out. In Turkey, on the other hand, all that is needed to get the attention of the government, it would seem, is a silent sit-down at a park. The protest started a week ago in Gezi Park, when a group of environmentalists spoke out against the government's redevelopment plans to turn the last green area in central Istanbul into a square that is a shopping complex, a mosque, and a replica of an old military base. Over the course of the week, the sit-in ballooned into widespread clashes with the police, with the police firing tear gas and water cannons at the once peaceful civilians. The riots quickly spread across half the country.
sometimes it's the street term of gaining respect from people is by using violence as like some kind of objective. So now if I want to be respected in the street, example, I'm a gangster, I will use what? Violence. I will hit someone and beat them until what? They have respect for me, although it is not, it is not in actual reality, it is not respect, it's actually violence, using violence as a way for gaining power.
People are violent because they really don't know what they want. They don't have direction. If you have direction and you know where you're going, then you'll know what to do and how to get what you want instead of resorting to violence. Violence is really not the answer. If people just learn to control themselves, control their anger, then there wouldn't be such cases.
As tensions build, several universities have moved the dates of their final exams as a way of encouraging the students to take part in the civilians' fight to be heard.
Well, that was the World What's Up for today. And you know, Zach, this incident that happened in Turkey shows how much not being heard can actually disturb the peace. So, Zach, what's lined up next?
Well, PK, moving on, next in the lineup, we find out what has been happening in the world of entertainment on Umgosi.
It's that time again for you to get your weekly dose of Umgosi. Well, I'm sure you've all seen the new Danny K Brown Eyes music video. Yes, you know, the one where he has 3 girls dressed in all white and Danny K in a handsome suit, and the girls prancing around Danny K with the words brown eyes flashing on the screen. Hold up, this sounds really familiar. Yeah, you got it. South African singer Danny K seems to have the exact concept for his video as the international smooth man Robin Thicke's video Blurred Lines. So let's see the similarities of the two videos. 3 model chicks dancing around Robin Thicke, tick. The name of the song flashing on the screen a couple of times, tick. The Robin Thicke all swagged up look, tick. I talk about Danny K messing up. Danny K, next time try come up with your own ideas, or maybe just avoid copying popular videos that everyone seems to like. In other Umgosi news, you know Simon Cowell. Yes, the guy who's a mean judge on Idols, X Factor, and the many more reality TV shows that we are exposed to. Well, this man got a taste of his own medicine while judging Britain's Got Talent, when one of the contestants decided that she had had enough of this bossy judge and decided to egg Mr. Cowell with 3 eggs. Ish. The woman later commented saying, I basically took a stand against people momming on television and against Salman and his dreadful influence in the music industry. Yo, talk about people taking TV shows way too seriously. Woo! Well, that's it for this week's Umgosi.
Yo, Simon Cowell getting eggs. Word.
I don't know, but that was really sad, eh? That woman had energy throwing those eggs. But now let's take a quick break. When we return, we have more informative action lined up just for you. Welcome back to Bona Retsang. Yes, if you've just joined us, you're just in time to find out what has been making headlines in the news this past week on News Recap.
It is now June, and while most of us are at home studying for mid-year exams, a number of boys around the Eastern Cape, Limpopo and Mpumalanga have gone to the mountain to attend initiation schools. Seen as a rite of passage from childhood to manhood by certain cultural groups in Southern Africa, the raised number of deaths resulting from initiations is cause for concern. More worrying than this is that there are no accurate statistics nationwide on the number of initiates who die or are left mutilated at the initiation schools each year. With the Eastern Cape being the only province that can provide statistics on the number of boys who attend these schools, it has become very clear that these processes are not properly monitored throughout the country. Most of us love cars, and with matric farewells approaching, we all want to be coasting down the street with our partners next to us and our friends in the back seat. But how many of us actually have licenses? Over the years, more and more South Africans have opted to buying their driver's licenses instead of obtaining them the legal way, through testing. Things have gotten so bad that 7 out of 10 driving schools in Durban admit to accepting bribes. A bribe is said to be between 1,000 and 1,500 rand, with 2,000 rand being required for a guaranteed pass. Now, as cool as it may seem to drive around in your mom's car without a valid license, think of the number of lives you are putting at risk every time you get behind the steering wheel.
Thank you so much, Gina, for that report. 7 out of 10 driving schools in KZN accept bribes for driver's licenses. Now, that is really frightening. Do understand that buying a fake license comes with great consequences, and that puts your life and the people driving around you at risk.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better, PK. Now, so many reports of satanic killing involving the youth have been making headlines recently. Today on Stramto, we find out more about Satanism.
Satanism. Fear can erupt from just one mention of the word. Fear of the unknown and fear of death. Satanism is considered the feared religion. Let's take a closer look at the darker side.
Satanic rituals is when people sell their soul to the devil and worship the devil.
I think it's something that like they're opposing God and stuff. They're trying to like oppose Christianity by doing their own thingy.
Well, first of all, we need to remember that Satanism, according to our constitution, is a respected religion, and satanic rituals is basically the ceremonial practices which they practice in the religion of Satanism. During these rituals, they might call on energies, powers, or forces, and they experience these forces as actual beings, and these beings can at a stage, in the beginning they believe they will be able to control them, but later these spiritual beings, evil forces, demons, turn against them and start demanding instead of just obeying. Some of the satanic groupings like Anton LaVey doesn't even believe in a real Satan. They believe that it's an inner driving force, it's the carnal nature of man, and that you need to do what thou wilt. You need to give expression to your carnal needs and desires without fearing any consequences, without really holding back.
Praising the devil is not a good thing, and it's very dangerous because at the end of the time, you get to know all the wrong things, and you have people's blood on your hands. So
You might find yourself in a difficult situation whereby maybe they say you have to kill your mother or your father now that you're in, and it's going to be difficult for you to come back.
Our biggest enemy is not Satan or whatever else. Our biggest enemy is fear and ignorance. People are ignorant about the broader concepts relating to these subjects, the terms occult, Satanism, religion even, and philosophical practices and cults. Cult is a belief system. It's a religious practice or a practice where people get together with their own philosophy and teachings written up in a book or in scriptures. It doesn't mean that a cultic group is dangerous. We hear in the news and we hear people saying, but this must be satanic. Let's get the facts first. Let's not ostracize people in our societies. Let's not label them and for the rest of their life they are seen as this satanic murderer. Meantime, there was no Satanism involved.
The advice that I would give my friend if he or she was involved in Satanism, I would tell them to get out immediately because it's not safe, and I would probably take them to the pastor because there's nothing stronger than God's power.
When you see your child or when you see your friend becoming involved with things that you can hear clearly morally is wrong and might be dangerous to self and others, I would suggest rather seek professional help. Rather speak to people who have more knowledge on it than what you just label a person. Because it takes us 2 seconds to label a person. It might take that person a lifetime to get rid of that label.
Wow, interesting points on Stramto right there. I really do think that we should be doing more research and try to understand these occults better.
Yes, but on a lighter note, it's now time for us to go into Be Media-wise, where you guys get the chance to send us a video on an issue that is affecting you and your community.
igama ngozama wakwasithole ngila endaweni yasemandeni ngizo-interview intsha yakhona ngifisa ukuza ukuthi ikuphi efisa ukwenza ngele umphakathi wabo basiza kukho. Ikuphi ofisa ukwenzela umphakathi?
Ukuthi ize sihambe saxoxisana nabantu bama-skills bakwazi ukuthi babanikeze wonke umuntu onama-skills intsha esiqedile esikoleni ukuze bekwazi ukuthi babe away from ubugebengu phezulu like.
njengoba sesimzwile kubhudebeka sicela ukuthi size la ngusisinondo ukuthi yena ukuthi akucabangayo. Mina ngicabanga ukuthi siyintsha yasemanje singakwazi sihlangane ndawonye sikwazi ukuthi mhlawumbe senze umsebenzi wezandla sikwazi ukuthi siyidayisele. Sisicebile ngicabanga ini kuphi okwenzela intsha yasemandleni ukuze inciphise lapho ixakeke khona. Mina intsha yasemandleni ngibona ingene kakhulu edakamizweni ngicabanga ukuthi okungasisiza ukuthi sithathe sise i-rehab ukuze ikwazi ukuthi isizakale ukuthi iphume edakamizweni iqhubele phambili nempilo. Njengoba sesibazile nje abantu abasha basemandleni sebebekile okwanamhlanje ake siyibambe lapho.
Thank you so much for sending in that clip, and just for doing so, you have won yourself a Casio watch to the value of 500 Rand. Do remember, guys, you can send through your clips to our WhatsApp number or BBM pin, which should be appearing on your screens right now.
Well, up next is the Shiny, where Uwendi, our junior BR reporter, meets up with young professionals who are making waves within their sector. And today she finds out more about being a marketing assistant.
If it sounds shiny, then you know we're dealing with the young, the professional, and the go-getters. So today I'm here at Avenge Manufacturing, meeting the lovely Ms. Patty Satwatu, who is a marketing assistant here. So I think it's time for me and you to get school on marketing. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm super. How are you?
I'm good. So please tell me, who is the young lady behind the name?
Upathiswa is a lady from the Eastern Cape in Pondogazi. She's a mother, she's a sister, she's a hard-working young lady.
Considering that you studied journalism, how did you get into marketing?
When we were doing our third year, we needed to go do work integrated learning. So my internship was more for communications / when I joined that department, they also had marketing in it. So that's how I got my exposure into the marketing. And then from then, I've never looked back.
For those that are confused, what is marketing?
Okay, marketing is divided into a lot of things. It's got advertising, it's got marketing of a brand itself, it's got internal marketing, it's got a lot of things. The aspect that I'm currently doing is more marketing of a company, getting the company out there, getting the company known, not just the company, but the products that the company is selling to the outside world.
Throughout your years of doing the marketing, you must have some highlights. What were your highlights through?
In 2010, I was part of a social committee that was doing events for a company. That's exciting. Like I said, it's very vast, it's big, it's huge.
Do you have anything by any chance that you don't like about marketing?
It's the perception that people have about marketing that I do not like. People think that marketers sell you an idea that's not really real, or they oversell an idea. And I don't like that. You'd rather buy a product, or you'd rather buy into a product because you believe into it. And for a person to believe into that product, you need to sell it to them as it is.
Waking up every day, do you have a motto that you live by?
You need to work like a slave to one day live like a queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have any parting words for those aspiring marketers to become?
They should just work hard, hey? It will open up a world of opportunities for you. If you do your work, you do it diligently, you do it hard, you go the extra mile, believe me, the rewards are just beyond expectation.
Thank you for that report, Wendy. It is now time for a quick break. When we return, we hear your views on Ringanati, and we have a special Father's Day feature just for you.
Welcome back to Bona Retsang. Don't forget to interact with us on our Facebook page by pressing the like button, or you can drop it like it's hot at our Twitter at Bona Retsang. Zach, would you ever wear leggings?
Leggings, Yo,
leggings are male leggings, and since you don't even know, I doubt you'd even wear them. Well, today on Iringanati, we hear your views on leggings.
Guys, I saw this guy wearing leggings, like, wow, he looked, I don't know, hot. What do you think?
I don't know. It depends on the way he works the leggings.
I think it's gay that a guy who wears leggings. I mean,
just now a guy rocks up here in leggings, showing his features and everything. So I think it's really gay that guys should wear leggings.
I get you there, and I wouldn't want my boyfriend wearing leggings and I'm wearing leggings to look just too weird.
I think it's really cool. Like, imagine he's working his leggings on, let's say proper leggings on, with blue Vans on, like this, purple shirts on. It looks good. And then you're walking with them, color blocking. Lord, calm down.
For the guy, it brings on too much attention for him. Because as he walks down the road, everyone is going to want to look there, specifically there. So it could also be uncomfortable for him because, yeah, his things are there. So if you're a guy, do not wear men leggings. It's a trend. Forget it.
Meggings, I don't think that is a fashion item for me. But now it is time for us to see how you guys voted on last week's poll. We asked you, do you think that South Africans will ever accept other Africans? And 80% of you said yes.
Well, this week's poll question goes like this. Do you think that June 16 is being celebrated the way it is meant to be? Send us your opinions on our Facebook page. We would like to see what you guys think about this issue.
It is already time for PK and myself to bounce out of here. But before we leave you guys, Father's Day is just around the corner, so we decided to hook you up with a special feature. So let's head over to Wendy to see what she has up her sleeve.
Hello, hi, I am Wendy, and today on Bona Retsang, we are celebrating our fathers in style. We're saying salute to all the fathers out there, whether he's a policeman, firefighter, sells the newspaper, whatever the case may be, as well as those fathers in the public eye. Yes, the celebrities. So today, I'm going to be hooking you up with the Bona Retsang Father's Day Award. First up is the Presidential Award, which goes to Jacob Zuma. Not only is he getting an award from Bona Retsang, but he sure will be getting a whole lot of other gifts from his many children. So big up to Mr. Mshiniwam. Next up, we're heading all the way to the USA for the Best Sports Father Award. He dresses well, best kick, super hot, and he will be having a whole lot of time to be spending with these little ones. Yes, he is retired now, and I am talking about David Beckham. The Cool Father Award goes to South Africa's very own ballerina himself. Wait for it. Dr. Malinga. Now this man knows how to keep us entertained, and don't get it wrong, he is not a professional ballerina, but he sure can lift that leg. Next up is the No Limits Daddy Award. We are proudly awarding this award to none other than Arthur Mafukate, who decides to take his daughter to every award ceremony. This next award goes to an actor who has mastered the dad role on our screens. I know many of you watch Modern Family, and you will totally agree that Phil Dunphy is the best TV father ever. Last but definitely not least, the drama queen father. Drum roll, please. Give it up to the professional dancer, choreographer, actor, and all-round entertainer, Somizi. Yes? He is a father, he has a daughter, and she's 18 years old. Make sure that you spoil your fathers rotten and treat them like the kings that they are. But from me and the Bona Retsang team, it is a wrap, and see you next week.